Hello. Can you hear me? Is there something wrong with the volume? Oh. Hello? Okay, I think that this is working now. Sorry about that. I had the volume turned off, apparently. Wild. So, what's up? I have not been on for quite some time, like a while ago, and some things have changed. If you hear some noise, that is my adorable puppy, Alfie. We have a puppy. He's a Shiba Inu, and he's kind of at the feral point in his life where he's like biting and humping anything he can get his hands on. So that's cool. It's a learning curve. It's like taking care of a very adorable furry infant who bites and humps a lot. So, basic child raising. Just kidding. But mostly I wanted to talk about I was going to start uploading again in October, and then I got really sick. And here's where the TMI part comes in. So, for the past few years, I've had a lot of pain in like the abdomen area, So it would be on and off, like it would be for a couple hours and then it would just go away. And I didn't think of anything. Honestly, I thought it was just because I'm fat and I eat like shit. I mean, to be perfectly blunt, I do not have the healthiest eating habits when I actually remember to eat. So I kind of tossed it up to that and it was like, no big deal. But then in October, or was it the beginning of November? No, it must have been the beginning of November. I had this pain and it was extreme and it felt like I was being stabbed, like it was something shoving upward was something, and it went on for like 3 days and I was miserable, and Damon was like, you should get that checked out. You should go to like the ER or urgent care or something, because it was like I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't eat, it was a misery. So finally, it was like, look, if it lasts for one more day, I'll go to urgent care, fine, because by then that's extreme. That's like 4 days of being in a lot of pain. So the next day, I woke up and I was still in pain, and like the dumbass I am, I tried to hide it. I was like, I'm fine, because that's the thing with chronic pain, is that you end up with a tendency to gaslight yourself, because like if nobody can figure out what's going on, it's like, is this really serious? And here's the thing, if it's to the point where it's affecting your day-to-day life, it's serious and you should go to a doctor if you have the means. Okay, just so that we can understand that. Okay, so I'm a dumbass. I will fully admit that I need to take care of myself in a much better way. But anyway, so went to urgent care, and the doctor kind of like felt all over my abdomen, and she's like, that's kind of fulfilling. You're a little bit bloated. I was like, well, I had soda before, so maybe that's why. And she's like, that's probably not it. So you should go to the emergency room. And I was like, but I don't want to go to the emergency room. And she's like, yes, but you could die. So you should really go to the emergency room, because I don't have the means of diagnosing you properly here. All I can say is that there's something weird going on there. Excuse me. I don't have COVID. I promise. I just cough a lot. It's allergies. Okay. So yeah, so I go to the ER and wait for a while. While I'm waiting, I end up giving a urine sample because it was like, by the time I went to go, like, I would have either peed myself or just, gone already and not been able to give them a sample. And they always want your urine. It's the favorite party favor. So I get in, and they're like really nice, like considering that it's a pandemic, and I felt terrible, um, because I was convinced that it was no big deal. So I got an X-ray, and apparently what was going on is that I was constipated. And if you think I felt like a dumbass before, I had gone to the emergency room in the middle of a global pandemic for constipation. But the doctor is like, no, you should have come. Like, this isn't a good thing. This is something that needed to be taken care of before it got worse. And I was like, okay. And the thing is that even having that backing me up, um, that's funny. That was not on purpose, by the way. That was not a constipation joke. That was just me. Maybe I'm the embodiment of constipation. Who knows? But anyway, so the doctor was like, you should go see a PCP, which is a primary care physician, which everybody should have. So they gave me some Toradol for pain, which helped in like 10 minutes. It was amazing. Like, I felt so much better. I don't think I felt as good since then, but that's okay. I'm surviving. So went to the PCP, and I was given a prescription for. Well, actually, no. First of all, I had a telephone appointment, which was on Zoom, which worked out terribly. For some reason, the sound wasn't working, so they had to call. So that was stressful, because I just get stressed out when things don't work the way they should. And so I ended up making a physical appointment, and so I got a prescription for a stool softener and a something for gas. It's basically like what are those free chewy tablet things? They're kind of chalky. They're like really terrible sweethearts. Anyway, it was basically like a high-powered version of those, but it was over the counter, so go figure. You gave me a prescription for something OCDC. I don't get it either. But, so anyway, and we talked about the weird lump on my arm. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but like, you can't really see it. It's more something you can feel, but I have this very strange lump on my arm. No idea what it is. It's not like muscle, even though like if you feel it, like it feels like it should be muscle. It's not. And the doctor confirmed that. So thank you. That was validating too, because I've had people say, "Oh, you're buff," and it's like, I don't really use that arm, so no, that's not what's going on here. So look, this story has a point. I promise. Okay, it's taking me a long while to get there. That's how I tell my stories. So just bear with me. Just stay along for the ride, please. So anyway, so I got that, and and Miralax, which was OTC too, and that didn't really help. Like, I was making a few bowel movements, and I've been posting on my social media about this ever since it happened. So, like, if you want to like look for the dates, then check my social media, I guess. But anyway, I have been posting more about poop than any person rightfully should. Like, it's getting to like, is this really TMI, or is it just like, well, I'm very blunt about what's going on with me right now. Who knows? But anyway, so that ended up not working the way that we wanted to. So I ended up going to the doctor again. Alfie, what are you doing? No, hold on a second. No, that is not yours, darling. I love you, but no. Children, they're kind of feral, aren't they? Anyway, so what happened was I ended up going to urgent care, and they suggested that I get blood work to check to see if there was something wrong with my thyroid. I'm not sure what it had to do with my colon, but I mean, I'm not the doctor. Alfie, no! Okay. He listened that time. Yay, go me! I'm doing better at this. So, anyway, my thyroid's fine. Like, everything is fine. And I got another x-ray done. The first one was a CT, I think, and then the second one was an x-ray, I think. I could be messing around. I should check the records, but honestly, I don't really care right now. But anyway, so yeah. So everything appears to be fine, and I got downgraded from a prominent amount of stool in my colon to a moderate amount of stool in my colon, which pleased me greatly. But it's been going on, and I have not, as of this video, not talk about TMI, but I have not had a bowel movement in 3 days. And that's not really healthy. And I've been hurting a lot. I do have medicine. It's an antispasmodic called Bentyl. Like, the name is like I don't even remember what it's actually, what the like specific generic is, but it's called Bentyl, and it's an antispasmodic, which is interesting because it's stopping my intestines from moving. And the intestines moving is what helps with the bowel movement. So I'm kind of like, nope, you know. But yeah, it really, really hurts. Like, it's not as bad as like my menstrual cramps, but it's different, which somehow makes it worse, because when I first had them, like, I had no idea what's going on. It's like now I get like, it's literally filled with crap, so it's kind of hurting. And apparently it wasn't bulgy or anything, so that's good. But anyway, so that is why I have not been on a line that much, like with making videos. I want to restart making content, but I wanted to see where I was at physically, and honestly, like, right now it's weird. No! I wish she'd stop doing that. But it's okay. Children are curious, and so are puppies. But yeah, besides like a lot of pain, and I do have the antispasmodic, which is helping, and I have a muscle relaxer for my arm. So hopefully that's gonna help me get back in shape, so I can actually like start making content again, because I've really missed it. And there's a lot of videos that I wanted to make that like I just wasn't feeling well enough to do it justice. Well, as much justice as I can do. But also, it's like that I kind of feel like the time has passed. Like, for those videos, there actually was a video that I was working on. It was about a book that I really didn't like, and the author ended up passing away, like in the middle of while I was making the video, and I was like, I should wait. And now I'm not sure if I should do that. I think that I'm gonna delete what I have and start over, like, and acknowledge his death, because otherwise it just seems tacky, you know? And I'm still working on doing the Dark Shadows recaps. I'm not sure how that's gonna go over because I don't want to get copyright claimed. So if anybody has any ideas on how to deal with that, I would super, super appreciate it. That would be awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and make some content. And by the end of the day, this video should be captioned. So I'm going to do that, and my dog is trying to murder things he shouldn't. So I'm gonna go. Have a happy day and keep it fruity, and don't forget to be kind. Bye.